I wake up completely drenched in cold sweat. And we have the sad music again. It seems like the shock of the last dream caused me to finally wake up. I feel tears running down my face and my entire body keeps switching between burning hot and freezing cold. As I breathe in relief for a moment and think about how horrible my predicament was, I realize that all my dreams were exclusively about me and Sayori. It's then that I hear the sound of footsteps down below. Oh, cold horror grabs me as I realize that I forgot to lock the door last night before crashing into bed. And that's another thing I usually try to do. The footsteps are coming closer. Whoever my intruder may be, they are clearly coming towards me. It's like, or do you think it's someone else who maybe has your best interest at heart? I know I'm defenseless in my current condition, but there's no hope for me to escape either. I see my doorknob turning. What was that sound? My heart is beating furiously as I try to come up with a means of escape. It's then that I hear a familiar voice call out to me. See? Daniel? I sigh in relief as I see Sayori enter my room, carrying a tray with some tea. Oh, she made tea. Sayori? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to enter your house without asking you, but luckily you forgot to lock the door last night. Well, yeah, lucky in the case that you came in, but if some prowler came in instead, wouldn't have been as lucky. I only blink at her in confusion. Did I startle you? I'm so sorry if I did. I shake my head and she sighs in relief. I don't want to see you cry anymore. Just, what are you doing here? How? Why? Okay. It's like, no. It's like, I'll... It's like, no, I'll do you one better. Why, Skamora? I was worried about you. You sounded quite sick. Sayori. It's like, yeah, you said that your throat felt like it was scratched with sandpaper. As I look at her, my head is overwhelmed with all kinds of thoughts and feelings. Please don't tell me to leave. I won't. It's like, not even you forced me out the door. I clench my fists. I know she speaks the truth. Even if I had the strength to force her away, I know Sayori can be stubborn as a mule when she wants to. I've already called Monica and your homeroom teacher too, telling them both you're sick. Jeez. It's like, that's only something a mom would do. Seriously, this is perfect wife material right here. Somebody just... Like, yeah, if you have a girl like her in your life, and she may or may not, or... No. I'm trying to say is wife this girl if you know she's available and she's in your life. Come to think of it, I know she's not in her school uniform. She seems to have made the decision to skip school today to take care of me. And see, it's like, even a girlfriend, she's not even officially a girlfriend yet, and it's like she's already like going out of her way to take care of us. And what about you? Won't you get an absence? It's like, yeah, I don't want you to get in trouble. Don't worry about me. I lied and told them I was feeling sick as well. Oh. Well, as long as you don't get busted for it. Why? I want to be with you. You have nobody to take care of you, right? Yeah, seriously, like, where are the parents in this game? It's like, okay, I know that they don't have sprites or whatever, and Natsuki's dad is the only one that's ever mentioned, but, you know, like, where's his parents, where's her parents, where's anybody's? Yeah, Then it's settled. Just like you won't abandon me because of my condition, I won't leave you until you're recovered. Please go home. I don't want you to get sick as well. No can do. Besides, I won't get sick. I just have to believe that really hard, and I'll be a-okay. Is that how it works? And, well, taking care of you makes me happy. I don't know whether it's from my temperature or my awkwardness at the situation, but I feel my cheeks turning red hot. I appreciate it, Sayori. I'm a lucky guy to have a great friend like you. Sayori says nothing, but she seems to appreciate the compliment. Let's not joke around now. Just trust me. I'll make you feel better. Nurse Sayori's in the house. She walks over to me, sits down on a chair near my bed, and puts a hand on my forehead. Okay. She gently begins running her fingers down my neck. I see. Sayori? She sighs. Thank goodness. Hello, ArdrethShadow. She snaps out of her trance and sighs. Oh, sorry, I was having a flashback. Really, how often do you have those? Increasingly. Today. You have a fever, but it doesn't seem all too serious. Give it a few days and you'll be back to normal. That's good. I throw her a heavily confused look and keep opening and closing my mouth like a dazzled carp. I just read a lot of books about medicine when I'm alone. Because of, you know. I nod without saying anything. Anyway, just drink this for now. She pours some tea into a cup and hands it to me. It's hot to the touch, and I nearly drop it as soon as I take hold of it. Eventually, I manage to put the liquid to my lips and gulp down a few sips. This is really Oops. No sooner do I speak up than a terrible burning notion fills my throat. I cough violently and spill the tea over my bed sheets. Fire! There's a fire in my throat! I'm sorry. Did I make it too strong? I merely nod. Oh, poor Sayori. What the heck did you put in it? Well, it's not like she tried to poison you. Well, the book I read said that ginger tea works when you have a sore throat. So I looked through the fridge and found a bunch of ginger. I feel a nervous sweat roll down my back. Fear grips me as I realize what she did. How much of that did you put in the tea? An entire root. Even though I'm in clear pain, I know that Sayori only wanted to help. Not exactly, because she loves you. The problem is that I was planning to throw the ginger away since it was past its expiration date. Oops. Sayori realizes that she made a mistake, and I can see her smile slowly fading, and that her eyes are starting to darken. These eyes. It's like these eyes get me every single time, especially when they're crying. I'm sorry. I try to help, but of course I messed up. She speaks in a much lower, harsher tone than I've ever heard before. Well, I appreciate it nonetheless. Daniel, I'm sorry. Maybe I should leave. I only made this worse. As she is about to get up, I grab her hand. No, you're not. You're staying right here with me. This gesture surprises her enough to make her hesitate, and I see her look down on me with an indescribable look in her eyes. Please don't leave. My voice is barely stronger than a whisper at this point. Why? I'm just a nuisance. No, you're not. She also lowers her voice and bites her lip to prevent herself from crying again. I try to help you, but I only made you feel worse. Like always. I shake my head. Daniel, I want you to stay. Even if I'm useless, you're not useless. Even if I can't help you, since I know I know almost nothing about how to treat illnesses, and I'm so clumsy that I somehow end up making things worse. I try to nod. Yes. The day has only just begun. We can still make it great. Sayori gasps and sits down. I look up, and judging from her expression, my words seem to have struck a chord in her heart. You can help me, just like I can help you. She says nothing. She's clearly in deep thought. Sayori? How can I help you, Daniel? Well, for starters, I need some painkillers, but I can't get up. But more than that, I hear that people recover faster when they're happy. And you make me happy. Oh, right, sorry. Don't leave. Oh, and she's back. She dashes off after I describe to her where to find the painkillers, and returns less than a minute later with a glass of water and the medicine. After I gulp it down to douse the fire in my chest and ease my overall pain, I lie down. Neither of us speaks, but even with my eyes closed, I can feel that Sayori keeps her gaze locked on me. All of a sudden, she breaks the silence. I'm sorry if I got all negative there. I really don't know what came over me. It's just like this voice in my head keeps telling me I'm useless and worthless whenever I mess up. And that's the depression talking. And like I said, I've been there. I've had those thoughts before, especially in my younger years. I turn to face her, smile weakly, and stroke her hand with my fingers. And we've just got to make it shut up. If you can't do anything against it, I'll give it a go when I get better. Why? Why are you doing this? Why not? I could ask you the same thing right now. It's like touche. You didn't have to come here to take care of me. Why didn't you head to school when you heard I was sick? You see, you could have done that, but you didn't. Face it, Sayori. Like, you care a lot about us the same way we care about you. You're my best friend. How can I let you suffer alone? I know that you have nobody else to take care of you right now. I nod. Wouldn't you say you deserve the same kind of treatment? Sayori falls silent. I got you there. Sayori? I don't know. I really don't know. Do I really deserve that? What do you mean? She seems to have a hard time finding the courage to put her feelings into words. You know you can tell me anything. I don't know if I'm ready to tell you yet. It sounds like she's in pain. Whatever is the reason for her mindset seems to be really personal to her. But on the other hand, this might be my only chance to find out the root of the problem. If I could learn what made her think this way, I could do something to help her. Please don't tell me this is going to be a choice. However, Sayori might break under the pressure I can see she wants to tell me, but... Really, game? I said don't make this be a choice. Okay, well, in that case... Well... On the one hand, we can be considerate of her feelings and try not to push it on her, especially if she feels pressure. But on the other hand, it's like, yo, I don't know if she just needs that extra push so we can kind of work this through together. Well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and I know it's gonna be kind of pushy, but I need to know. I'm sorry, but I can't. Okay. Well, there you go. I just hope this doesn't affect us somehow. I want to. I really do. But it's too hard for me. Alright. I'm sorry. I don't want to force you. Well, I know for next time. Let's change the subject then. I'm sorry, and thank you. Maybe I should be gentler with her. Yeah, I guess trying to be too aggressive and pushy is not the way to go in this case. Didn't think of it that way. This seems to be a pretty serious topic for her, and I should give her time. I feel my painkiller's taking effect, and my vision is getting blurry. So, the medicine is starting to take effect? Yeah. Good. Take a nap. I'll wait for you to wake up. Maybe then I'll have the courage to tell you. Her voice grows more and more distant as my fatigue catches up to me and drags me into a dreamless sleep. Before long, I start to hear two voices, a boy and a girl's. However, I see nothing, and the voices sound like they're old recordings that are played from a broken tape. Hey, what's wrong? Oh, it's nothing. Huh? What happened to your knee? I fell. I bruised myself, and my stuffed toy. Wow, its neck is broken. Hey, please don't cry. He was my only friend. Your only friend? Uh-huh. Now, what am I going to do? Let's go. I think we can fix him. Really? No sooner do I become aware of the meaning of the voices than they fade away, leaving only static noise in their place. You know, this would have been a good opportunity to use the static, but whatever. I wake up with a strangely pleasant, nostalgic feeling in my chest. My fever feels slightly less severe, and I feel enough energy to move my body around a little bit, though I'm still in pain. I look at my alarm clock. Judging from the time, I must have slept for a good 6 hours. I notice that Sayori's gone. Was it just a dream that she came over and took care of me? No, it felt way too real to be a dream. As I wonder about the validity of my memories, I hear extremely loud off-key singing coming from downstairs, followed by a loud crash that can only mean one thing. Sayori's trying to cook. Okay, that was my next choice. I thought it was going to be that the Jolly Prowlers broke into my house finally. Well, not really. The end is nigh. Oh boy. The singing soon becomes even louder, and I realize that she's on her way. I rise up and smile at her as she enters the room. Oh, you're up. How are you feeling? Compared to how I felt this morning, I feel a lot better. I'm so happy to hear that. Sayori is practically beaming from the news as she sits down on the chair next to me. You look really peaceful in your sleep. Yeah, I had a nice dream. I don't really remember the details, though. That's good to hear. What's up? She takes a deep breath. About what I said before you went to sleep, I've been thinking, and I want you to know. Even if I'm scared, but I know I can't keep running away from my problems. You're not alone, Sayori. There's nothing that can make me change my mind. Well, this is going to be a long story. This is going to be a long story. Don't fall asleep, okay? I'll be really upset if you do. I won't. Plus, I just woke up. Don't worry. I'm wide awake, as you can see. She nods in acknowledgement and looks for the words before she begins. I've always thought that I couldn't really matter. After all, how can somebody matter more than others? Aren't we all the same? You probably know this by now, but I never really had any friends when I grew up. Until I met you, that is. I remember, you were always afraid that I'd leave you behind, or something like that. She nods. Yes, well, I've always been aware of how selfish people are. It's wrong that so many people just live for themselves, even though we call it a society. I don't want to be like that. I want to make other people happy, especially those who suffer. Is that why you got so attached to me when we were kids? I won't deny it's at least part of the reason. Or it was at first, anyway. Wanting to help others is fine, but sadly, I didn't think about how the selfish people would treat me. No matter how much I tried to help them, they weren't satisfied. Yeah, and I guess those are kind of like narcissistic people. They wanted more. Worse, when I was done helping them back up, they'd often leave me behind. She suppresses a sob and wipes her tears away. Eventually, I started to get tired. They never showed any gratitude, and once they saw any signs of weakness in me, they turned against me. None of my friends cared enough to think about how much it hurts to always smile and stay positive every day. And emotionally draining. But if I didn't, they'd leave me. They'd spread rumors. They'd shut me out of their lives. That's why... Before she can finish, I gather my strength and hug her tightly. Daniel, I'm not like those people, Sayori. I never exploit you for your kindness. And more importantly, I pull slightly away from her, just enough to see her face. I will never betray you like that. Her voice lowers down to a whisper. Daniel, even if I'm your only friend, you're not alone. I'm about to say something else when I realize our faces are only inches away from each other. Just a little closer and we'd be kissing. How about that? Sayori notices this too and looks away in embarrassment. Awkward. We break apart, with both of us apologizing at the same time. I lie down again, and she continues her story. That's why I was so afraid to tell you, or anyone else. As for why I feel like I'm worthless, it's like there's some voice inside my head telling me that if I don't satisfy everyone, I don't deserve anything good. But you know that's not true. I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. I don't know if it was a good idea for me to ask you to join the literature club. I don't know if it was a good idea for me to tell you. Well, it was a good idea for all that stuff. I don't know. I'm so scared of losing you. You won't lose me, because I'm not going anywhere. You don't understand. Even if you're here with me, you'll just end up finding someone. Finding someone? What do you mean? Wait, is she... I guess she's afraid that he's going to fall in love with some other girl and forget about her. Yeah, well, similar situation with me. It's like, literally, yeah, I kind of have walked in her shoes, sort of. So it's like, I really do feel like I can kind of get where she's coming from. I shouldn't feel this way. It's wrong. It's not wrong. Sayori. I've gotten so used to being left behind or exploited. I can't even imagine a happy future. I don't deserve it. You deserve happiness. You won't be exploited or left behind. I really admire you. It takes guts to keep smiling after all you've gone through and still keep helping people. And see, she's a strong girl. But you need to realize how much you're worth to me, Sayori. You're the only reason I've made it this far. An idea suddenly forms in my head. You remind me of a certain character in an anime that I really love and admire. Do you want to watch it with me? Okay. If that's what makes you happy. I nod and ask her to leave the room while I change out of my pajamas. And she just came back.